Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna start trying to upload more regularly. I'm sorry that I've been away so much. Life is busy right now. I'm about to go to Barcelona, so if I don't post in the next 2 weeks, you will know why. I thought today I would do a real quick review on Gabbie Hanna's 2-Way Mirror album. I have loved Gabbie Hanna for a long time now. I've done reaction videos to her before. She's been on my channel before. If you're watching this again, Gabbie, hi. Not that I think she's gonna watch this, but you never know. Like in the past I've made videos like this thinking, oh, maybe they could see it, and then when they comment I'm just like, what is life? Gabbie, if you don't know, she's a YouTuber. She used to go by the name The Gabbie Show. She started off on Vine, went into YouTube, and now she's a really talented, in my opinion, I'm a little bit biased, singer and songwriter. I love her music because it starts off poppy and like happy and you're thinking, oh, this is a nice tune to bop to, and then it just kind of goes into like dark all of a sudden, and suddenly she can change the lyrics to mean something else. Like Butterflies, for example, on her album, it starts off very light and very poppy and the lyrics mean one thing, and then by the end of the song it means another. Same with like Perfect Day, and I just love that so much. So I thought, without getting copyrighted as much as humanly possible, I'd go through the songs on the album and just let you know what I think, because I've only just recently started listening to it just because I've been so busy and stuff, and my sisters had told me that half the songs aren't actually songs. That kind of put me off. From the songs that are on the album, I really enjoyed it, and I actually enjoyed the songs that aren't really songs, because whilst I do wish there was more songs on the album, it definitely helped to piece together the album, and I don't know, I like that kind of thing. I think it's a bold artistic choice, and it did really work with the way that the album is laid out. The album starts off with a titled track called She Wrote It About You. This is not a song, it's just simply that's literally it. It basically just leads on to Broken Girls. I can imagine if she brings out a video for Broken Girls, which I hope she does because it's my favourite song on the album, that would be the like opening to it, and she does that quite a lot with songs. Like she'll do a part 1 and part 2, like the first part is upbeat and happy and the second part will just be a tiny like extended bit, but the extended bit is always my favourite. And whilst this isn't the same thing, I just think it is a good intro, and I like that kind of thing in music. Like My Chemical Romance do that quite a lot, I feel like, where they do like a little intro bit or a little talking bit at the start. I think it's Sleep that has that kind of intro, I want to say, and I just like that kind of thing. I think it's a good artistic choice. And this song is basically about how the guy that she's seeing or likes or whatever is really into girls that have issues and are broken, and he likes being there for her and trying to fix her, and like not really try and fix her but give her like solutions to her problems and take her mind off of it. And I relate to the lyrics quite a lot now because I just got in my first relationship, but not in a bad way. Like someone that likes you for your issues and that can not put up with them but understands them and helps you through them, and someone that is there for you no matter what. Like you can have a dark moment in front of them and they will still like you just as much. That's a very rare thing to find. Thankfully I found it, and it's a special and amazing thing to find, and something that I hope I never lose, because having someone there who you can confide in, who you can show your dark side to, who you can talk about things that you've talked to people about in the past but they've kind of made you feel awkward about it or feel ashamed or like you're lying, or they've just, some people don't know how to react when you talk about your mental health with them, and just when you find that person that you can talk to and they don't really like you for your problems, but it's something that you have in common and it's something that you can talk about openly and have deep, meaningful conversations with each other about. That's something that I think you really do need in a relationship, and something that I've always been missing when it comes to romance until recently. On an emotional level, if you connect, you can't really go wrong, in my opinion, and I think you need to find that first before you start thinking about other things. And yeah, I just went on a tangent, but basically Broken Girls, that's why it's my favourite song. Not that I relate to all of the lyrics, I don't relate to all of them, but she says, I do care about sweet talk, I love sweet talk, don't get me wrong, but some of the lines, like, I care about your dark thoughts, baby. Like, if you can talk to someone about stuff like that, if they're willing to open up to you like that, it gives you a connection that you can't really trade for anything else, and it's a very, again, a rare and special thing to find, so, you know. It's also, the chorus is so freaking catchy. Like, when that bit comes on and I'm walking down the street on my way to work, I start jamming out. I just think she's such a good songwriter, and I think she's so underrated. Seriously, if you haven't listened to her, go listen to Gabbie Hanna. I also introduced one of her songs, Medicate, to my boyfriend, and he really enjoyed it and put it on his playlist. I just think if you're into like darker stuff, even if you don't particularly relate to it, it's really good shit to listen to, especially if you're a little emo or goth. You can definitely tell she had a lot of influences from alternative artists, and you can tell she used to listen to like Panic at the Disco and MCR and stuff like that, and that's why I love her so much, because she's a bit of a blend between the old me and the new me. Like, I enjoy poppy music and mainstream music, and I also enjoy my older taste in music, so she's like a perfect blend of that, and this song is just perfect. I love it. Open up to me, want you to talk to me. Again, it's just about emotional connection, being able to talk to that special someone. I just really like this song. It's so catchy, so well written. The next one is Chances, and it's just, again, it's just another speaking piece in between songs. I'm not gonna lie, I do wish there was more songs on this album, just because I love her music and I think every song she puts out is an absolute bop and a jam, and I just absolutely freaking love it. I always think every single song on here could be a music video, and I like picture what she could do for it. Is that weird? Probably. So I do wish that she had more songs on here, but it's because you can tell she puts a lot of effort and time and creativity into each song she puts out. She doesn't just bop out songs just here, there and everywhere just because she can. Even though the talking ones, when I first listened, and I was like, oh, they're not even real songs, and I was like disappointed, I've definitely grown to like them. Like, I think it was a good choice to do. And if you look at the length of the tracks, I should have known anyway. It's Exhausted. Again, this is literally a 4-second talking piece. I won't play it because I feel like you should go buy the album or stream it yourself. And then Perfect Day. This is a great one. She just released this as a music video. This is perfect because literally starts off so like happy, and you think, oh, what a cute love song, and you're singing along and you just feel great. And then the lyrics stay the same, but the way that she changes the tone and the way that it's written and presented and the way that it's sung changes the meaning of the lyrics by the end of the song, and it turns more angsty. And I just think it's great that you can interpret the song in 2 different ways just by listening to it once, if you know what I mean. Like, it starts off very happy and then it just flips. I just love that about her music. I cannot stress enough the fact that she just flips it all the time. It's Gabbie, so you kind of expect it if you're a fan of hers, but if you're not, I think that's the one thing that she has that's quite unique and quite appealing to her music, because not a lot of artists do that, and I just think it's fantastic. Like, I'm very like mood swingy all the time. I think it's a depression thing, but like, I can be really happy at the start of the day and then flip and be on the complete depressive low by the end of the night. And I think that's why I like her music so much, because it just represents me so much and I can relate to it a lot. The music video was very simplistic but also very good, so I'll leave a link in the description if you want to check that one out too. Such a perfect day, just two misfits sharing kisses, 'cause after all this time you give me butterflies, butterflies must go by, you give me butterflies, butterflies, perfect day. What did I do to deserve this? Went back to your house and we couldn't help but hold each other, tangled at the mouth. Could take a shower, wash the sin out of my hair. After all this time you give me butterflies, butterflies, months go by, I still get butterflies, butterflies, perfect day. What did I do to deserve this? Up until this point, the song is so happy and upbeat, and it's so like, oh, I'm in love, and like, you listen to it, you're in a great mood, you're like, oh, this is so cute and sweet. And then this point, you can just feel it starting to shift in tone, and I just love that so much. I just do. Also, that rasp in her voice there, you can feel the emotion. I just think she's so, like, underrated. I really do. Like, you can hear the emotion in her voice, and that's also something. It's not just the pacing and the way she sings it. It's like the emotion, the rasps in her voice. Like, it sounds like she's getting emotional. Like, she just changes her lyrics into a totally different meaning, and I don't know, I just think it's great. I just think it's great. Butterflies, this she released just before Perfect Day, if I'm remembering correctly. The music video, again, is very good, very well presented. I loved that. The whole bright colours, the aesthetic, and then just turning it completely. I didn't expect that song to go south. I know it's a Gabbie Hanna thing to do that, but like, I wasn't expecting the angstiness. So amazing, go check that out. I'll also try and link that in the description. We all know what I'm like. This is another one about being in love, and I just love the whole theme of butterflies, feeling butterflies in your stomach because you really like someone. And I guess this came out at a good time in my life because I can relate to it more now. And when she released this, I just started seeing my boyfriend, so this was a song that I had on repeat, even though it isn't particularly a happy song and I don't relate to it in any way. It's just the upbeatness, and it makes you feel happy, but then if you listen to the lyrics you can also feel a different way about the song. So I just like it because I relate to that feeling, but I don't really relate to the angsty side of this song, like, at all. This is about, I think, a breakup, and how... I'll just play a bit, I'll just play it. I could spend all year just letting down my guard while you're stringing me along. Gave it up a shot, but we just missed the mark. Sad to say, our love is gone. I could spend all day just picking you apart, but instead I'll write a song, it'll go ooh, ooh. Said I wouldn't date for a while, but I couldn't help but flirt. That lyric as well, very relatable. Every time I sing that lyric I'm like, yeah. Definitely said I wouldn't date, like, ever again. Still flirted with my boyfriend for months and months and months. Why? I don't know, sometimes you can't help it. Also, that lyric, the day I kissed your smile, I thought this is gonna hurt. With anxiety, even if you're really happy and things are going well, oftentimes you can be like thinking about the future and, oh, how am I going to mess this up, and like, how's it going to go wrong, how's this going to end? And this is something that I definitely struggle with. So when I first start seeing someone, that's something I feel quite a lot. No matter how happy they make me, I will start to think, you know, how am I going to mess this up, how am I going to end it? How are they going to end it? Like, what am I going to do to put them off? Definitely calm down now. I don't really think that way anymore. Not often anyway. It's easier to push away. I'm getting better at dealing with my anxiety over these kind of things, so I'm pretty proud of myself. But again, this is a lyric that I can relate to pretty well. I think this song is so great, I really do. It's so catchy, and I think it's one of her best, even though all of her songs I think are her best, so you know. The next one is called She Wrote It About You. This is 7 seconds long. This is again another talking piece. If you don't like that kind of thing, just skip past them, or maybe just download the songs that are actually songs. You can do that on Apple Music or Spotify, or just purchase the songs individually. At first I found those pieces kind of annoying, but now I really do think it ties the whole album together, so maybe just give it a try. You never know what you're into until you try it. I don't know why I just did that. The next song's called Pillowcase. I like this one because it's so dark. I don't relate to the lyrics in any shape or form, but I just think it's so dark and catchy and just so great. There's a line in it about going to his funeral but not promising to cry. It's just a great song. I always jam out to this one as well. On my pillowcase, drip on my pillowcase, drip on my pillowcase, drip, drip. That whole, I don't know the terms because I'm not a music writer, but that whole like lead up to the whole "but I won't promise to cry" and then the sound effects on that bit. I'm so bad at describing because I'm not a producer, but like that whole bit and then how it switches back to slow pace, I just think it's great because it builds up and you think it's going to lead to something like really like fast paced and like upbeat, but it doesn't, and I just love that about this song. It's thebomb.com. The next one again is just, it's called It's Not Okay What I Did. This is another talking piece. It sounds like someone familiar. It sounds like Jeff from the Vlog Squad. To me, that's who I picture saying it every time. That's completely unrelated. I don't know who she used for the like talking parts or whether they're actual messages or whatever, but like that's who it reminds me of. It goes through my head every time. It just sounds like him. I don't know, it's not important at all, but it just does. Just thought I'd throw that out there. And I do like the talking parts. I think they're a really good like transition into each song. So, I don't know. It depends what you're into. And there's This Isn't Fun For Me, which is literally 2 seconds long. It's just her. If it is recorded like afterwards and she's acting, she's a good like actor, even if it is just her voice, because again you can just hear the emotion in her voice and it sounds like she's crying. And I don't know, I feel like she'd be a really good actress as well, even though we've not seen much of that from her like music videos and stuff. She seems to be pretty good at portraying emotion. I don't know if she comes up with the concepts, but it's one of the things also that I love about her is that each music video is unique and there's a storyline to it, and they all seem to kind of connect to each other, even from like her very first music video, which I love so much, and you can kind of read different meanings into them and stuff, and I just think that's great. You should always be creative with music videos. I cannot stand music videos where it's literally just someone singing in front of like a coloured background. Like that's just so, it's just so boring and there's no storyline to it. And I think music videos are dying because people don't put as much effort into them anymore, especially in the mainstream, and I just wish there was more storyline based and like twisted imagery and stuff like Hanna like Gabbie uses. I just wish more people put that kind of thing like into their music, because that's something I've always been into. Like whenever I listen to music I always picture like a storyline and a music video that could go with it. I don't know if that's a really weird, strange thing to do, but creatively I've always been into that. I've gone on a tangent again. Rebecca Rambles, welcome. But Goodbye For Now is a really good one as well. This is again one of my favourites. So I say goodbye for now. I don't know for how long, but the time has come now. We don't get along, so goodbye for. My favourite part is that, just the chorus is amazing. The effects that she uses on her voice, like I'm not a huge fan of like, not auto-tune, but like altering the voice, but if it's done in the right way, in a creative way that makes sense and makes it sound good and catchy. Oh my god, my legs have gone so dead. You know when you get pins and needles and you just, oh, okay. I actually can't. Don't you hate the feeling of pins and needles? I absolutely hate it. People that like the feeling are so weird. I think that's what drew me into this song, is just the catchiness of it, because I don't really relate to the lyrics at all on this one. This is again like a breakup song, and thank god right now I don't relate to that, so this is just one that I like to bop along to at work. It really gets me in the mood and gets me like motivated to work and stuff. Like a good bop will do that for me at work, and this album does that a lot for me. Broken Boys is literally just a tiny little song. It's 46 seconds long, but I have a feeling this is another one that would go along with Broken Girls. It would be at the end of the song along with the like intro bit. So I'm really hoping she does a video for that and she uses both these pieces, because this is one of those songs that she does as like a part 2. You know, when she did like Honestly/Honestly Encore, this is like that. And a lot of people think she should do it into like merge it into one song, which could work, but I do like the way that she does this, you know, because with Honestly and Honestly Encore, I actually preferred Honestly Encore more than just Honestly, just because it was so angsty and emo. And even though it's a really short song, sometimes I'll just listen to that on repeat, and I prefer it more. And sometimes I do like to listen to both at the same time. So I do like that she splits it a bit, because if you're more into one of the other half, you can just pick and choose. I'm making no sense, I feel like. Yeah, literally, that's basically it. Just about her liking broken boys back, which, again, I can relate to. Not that I think anyone's broken, but, you know, the concept of someone that has been through stuff just like you, which we all have. It's just some people have been through more than others, and in my opinion, if you find someone that's been through as much or enough to understand you, I feel like that's a good thing, because if you're both broken, which you're not broken, but you know, if you're both dealing with things and have both had struggles in the past, or you're both still struggling, you can definitely not rely on each other, but make each other happier and get some insight and help each other out, you know, have a shoulder to cry on, I guess. And I'm Sorry is just another 15-second piece, and then Medicate, I'm not going to play this one because I've already reviewed it. This one's about going on antidepressants, if it'll change you or not, struggling with the idea of that. That's definitely something I've struggled with in the past. I don't feel like I need to go too into it right now, but yeah, this song always like either gets me really emotional or angry, just because I relate to that feeling a lot, and I've been on a lot of different antidepressants and taken myself off of a lot of antidepressants, which isn't a good thing either. They definitely do change you in good ways and in bad ways, and I think ultimately, for me at least, antidepressants are not an answer. Just for me, I think if you need them, there's no shame in doing it. I've definitely felt that shame in the past and felt like that there's a lyric in here about it changing you and how you want to change, but it also scares you that they'll change you too much. And I've definitely had antidepressants that have changed me for the better, but also for the worse, because it's freaked me out how little I've been able to feel on them and how it changes me, because I'm quite an emotional person, quite empathetic and stuff, and then some pills I've gone on have changed me completely and utterly, and it's like I feel this numbness, but it's not a depressing numb, and it's hard to explain. So yeah, I just relate to this song a lot, and you know, it's all about antidepressants, and I think it's interesting, and anybody that's struggling with that kind of thing should definitely listen to it. That's the whole album. I definitely rambled on too much, but overall, I'd say 8 or 9 out of 10, if I'm not being too generous. I think she's a great singer. She's really, really underrated, and I think a lot of people kind of overlook her because of her Vine background or whatever, or because she's a YouTuber. Honestly, YouTuber music is some of the best music I've ever heard. Emma Blackery is another example. Troye Sivan even still counts. I think there's so much talent out there on YouTube, and you shouldn't overlook it just because there are a few oddballs out there that just kind of make music as another form of content to put out there. There are definitely some people that are really talented, and I was just thinking the other day when I was listening to this album, like, damn, how lucky is she? Like, she got big on Vine for being funny. Then she had a talent for YouTube and telling stories and stuff. And then she also, at least kind of, I remember when she first started, people thought she was a shit singer or whatever, but I still saw the potential and thought she was really good. But she's also been able to like train herself up and like work on herself creatively. I know she's always been a good writer because of her poem book, that was really good. But the fact that she has this many talents and she is also able to sing, and she's got this platform to now put out her music on, she's so incredibly lucky. And there are highs and lows to like having YouTube as your platform as a YouTuber, because like people won't take you seriously and stuff, but I don't really feel like she needs a record company, because I feel like she does a really good job on her own of putting out her image and giving her ideas across creatively and stuff in her music videos. I feel like she has more creative control and just, I don't know, I'm completely rambling now, but I just think if you've never seen Gabbie Hanna before, please go check her out. She's one of these artists that I always just put on people. I'm like, seriously? She's a YouTuber, okay, I know how that sounds, but listen to it, please. Definitely I'm going to make my boyfriend listen to more, or ask him to anyway, or suggest them to him, because she really has that dark, like, vibe to her music that I like, and I think he'd enjoy too. So if you're into that type of thing, check her out. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I make new videos every single week, or at least I try to. I will see you in my next one. Like, comment and subscribe. I haven't said that in a while. Turn on your notifications because I make new videos sometimes. And I'll see you. Okay, goodbye.